let's get back to it.
Station in Raleigh is near Asheville right now. Tamara, what kind of damage are you seeing?
Hey, good morning. Well, we are in Swannanoa right now. It's a small town just east of Asheville. The sign says, "Welcome to Swannanoa," with churches and businesses all across this road, but that no longer exists for this town. Take a look here just to my right. This is just part of the devastation that we are seeing in this area. These floodwaters came in and took out almost this entire town and left just so much destruction here. There's a car down in that valley there. You see this tree branch coming into what was once a bridge here and an entire shipping container. And if you walk just a little further over this way, you'll see where the shipping container, I was here on Friday morning when the waters were rushing in. I saw the shipping container several hundred feet back that way. It ended up right here and left many sinkholes in the area, as you can see here. And just to show you just how heavy the water was, just how powerful it was, it took out this street, it took out these lights here, these power poles, that has left these people in this area without power for days. And there are so many people here who need water, they need food, the power and gas. There are all so many stranded in this area hoping for some relief. Now, I have spoken with some people here, great Samaritans and good citizens who are working to get resources into this area, but that is a struggle because the main highways are blocked. There's only one way in and out of Asheville. And again, this is just about 5 miles.
Oh.
But that is a struggle because the main highways are blocked. There's only one way in and out of Asheville. And again, this is just about 5 miles east of Asheville, and everything east of here is blocked. I-40 right there is blocked, so you can't go east, you can't go north, you can't go west. There's one way in and out, and that is south. And, you know, rescue crews, law enforcement, they're urging people to just kind of stay put where they are as they work and manage to get the supplies in that people need, the food, the water, the baby formula that these families desperately need right now. And then once they can get that, the main question is, what is next? I mean, I've talked with the Swannanoa fire chief here, and he's been here for 40 years. He has never seen anything like this before. There are still so many people who are unaccounted for. Right now, they are leaning on their faith and the hope that this community can come together and lean on each other. Back to you guys.
All right, Tamara Scott, thank you.
Yeah, man. So, just off, have you heard anything about that at all?
No, I have not. I've been hearing about, because a lot of people say it wasn't that bad, because my people in Florida say it wasn't that bad. It was just some wind and some little bit of rain. But I also know that it skipped kind of the part of Florida I'm from, down south. So it went kind of around there, and it like went up to the top of Florida, like the North Florida, and kind of went through some parts of Atlanta, and it kept going up through to like South Carolina, North Carolina. So I have not really heard. The first time I'm kind of heard about the flooding, and I heard about the flooding a couple of times on like news clips or whatever like that too. Heard about, you know, people been talking about they without power, and it's a lot of water damage and stuff like that.
Look, check that out. Oops. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's going crazy right now. I'm learning a whole lot of information about it. I hear different pieces of information depending on whatever source I'm listening to at the time. And the last I heard, the death toll has counted up to over 200 people, with at least 100 missing. Now, one of the things I saw, I was trying to find the clip so I can show it here, but I couldn't find it. It was a family sitting in their house, and I think they were sitting on the couch, or maybe they were even standing up. I think they might have been standing up or something. But the flood water, bro, this water is it's mud, basically, up here. Like, just maybe this much of their body is above the water, and they have no option to go anywhere or do anything. That's crazy. Now, one of the reasons why, let me go back. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Hold up.
Of our city, and we have absolute unprecedented historic devastation to our community. And these images don't even do it justice. To see it in person it's overwhelming. As a community, we are a strong community. We have neighbors helping neighbors. We have people checking on elderly neighbors, making sure they have water just to flush their toilets, making sure they have drinking water and food. I want all the people in our community.
Look at that, bro.
community have come together and are helping clear roads and get people out. You can see from images that we have roads washed out. We have people who are isolated. And on top of that, we have a lack of communication services. So a lot of people's cell phones don't work yet, or even if they had a working cell phone, they don't have power to get it working. We need water, drinking water, and get our water system up and running. So we're a strong community. We are being put to the test, and we're going to make it through this. But this emergency and this crisis is far from over, and we need all the help we can get. But 20 years
now, Nelson Beauty know where this is going. Nelson Beauty knows where this is going. But so, that reminded me, looking at that particular, the last portion of that we just saw. That reminded me back, and I don't know, maybe not even this year. I don't think it was this year, but I was in Joliet, right? And it was late, and coming from Joliet, I was the only car on the road. Part one, it's like 11 at night. I was the only car on the road, which was kind of creepy a little bit, but as I'm driving, it's like crazy strong winds, like the strongest winds I've ever driven in. So I'm starting to see debris the closer and closer I got to home, I started seeing more and more debris. And the next day, I find out on the news that a tornado had landed in my area. I had no idea that was the cause of the winds. I just thought it was really strong winds, maybe, just heavy rain type of thing. Well, have you ever been in anything like that? Like
your phone didn't start warning you or anything? Did no warnings go off?
Not that I recall. Maybe. I don't remember that particular.
No, even if your phone on silent, it's something that just your phone start going.
Yeah.
Start going crazy.
Emergency alert. Yeah.
Yeah, emergency alert. So it didn't do that.
I'm not saying it didn't. I'm saying I don't recall that. But what you were about to say something else?
Yeah. Yeah, we have been in one of those when we at work. I was out in the truck one time when one of those happened. I was stuck in the truck.
If you've been in a
like at work?
Yeah, we was out there. I think you was too. Because I remember Jerry Day was in the truck because he was over there. I was over in my truck over here, and we were both sitting there, and it came through with the wind and everything.
Oh yeah.
Lord have mercy. What's so funny?
Yeah, I remember that because I recorded it. That was crazy. That was crazy. I remember that. So you ever been on the road and that stuff happened?
On the road, no.
So let's see. All right. This is another piece of it that the internet is going crazy over.
And the vice president is speaking, and our control room would like to hear what she has to say.
Devastating in terms of the loss of life that this community has experienced, the loss of normalcy, and the loss of critical resources. And so I'm here today to thank all of those who are working to get folks the support and the relief that they so desperately need and so rightly deserve. And that includes the fact that still in this community, up to 60% of the residents here do not have power. Many have been without running water for at least a couple of days now. Many have water but no hot water. I was just talking with one of the members of the community and her daughter who lost her husband. And there is real pain and trauma that has resulted because of this hurricane and what has happened in terms of the aftermath of it. I do want to acknowledge and thank the first responders who have been extraordinary. Having met with them, they are the kind of folks that are the heroes in moments of crisis, who do extraordinary work that is about lifting up other people. As it relates in particular to the leaders who are here and doing that work, including the first responders, most of them, as it relates to the local folks, are folks who have personally and their families have personally experienced loss and devastation, and yet they leave their home, leave their family to go to centers like where I was earlier to do the work of helping perfect strangers. And it really does highlight the nobility.
Like, you never heard the phrase word salad?
No, what does that mean? What do you mean?
Just saying a whole bunch of nothing. Trying to make it sound good.
But don't everybody do that?
No, I've never seen anybody do it as bad as her.
Okay.
Ability of the kind of work that these public servants have dedicated themselves to, which can be in moments of crisis like this so selfless
So wait, hold on.
in the way that they do.
You said it was word salad because she's giving people credit for like responding and talking about somebody that died husband. That's word salad?
She said so much outside of that.
No, that's what she said. She said, because I don't want to rewind it because I really don't give a fuck. She said about the person's husband passed away. She was talking about the rescue team and the people that come in the aftermath. She was giving them praises. And that's what all I kind of heard. What else she said after that? I'm thinking you just don't like her.
I don't, but
okay, point exactly. Okay, you ain't got to say no more. You ain't got to say no more. That is, because you just said that about Stephen A. Smith.
But I still had something to say about it, though.
But when you don't like someone, it don't kind of, they can give you a couple $1 million. You still don't like them, it's still going to be negative. It doesn't matter.
That's not true.
Okay.
I've listened to her talk, and if she said something that I agree with, then I would say so.
But if you don't like someone, you still going to always have a negative thing about it. You can't be, because if I don't like you, I just don't like you. And I'm going to be honest. I'm not really trying to hear shit you got to say. And if you say something cool, okay, cool, that's cool. Still don't like the nigga. I'm still going to say that regardless. So what you said, it is. But if you don't like someone, you just don't like them. It's nothing they can really do for you to change that thing.
That's not true. If I don't like somebody, there's something whatever the situation is, it's possible for my opinion about them to change.
Okay.
Unless the only reason why it wouldn't change is if they keep proving to me the reason why I don't like them.
So why you don't like her?
You don't want to get into that today.
But just give me 2 things. You ain't got to give me a whole list. Just give me 2. You got 2 on the top of your head. I know you do.
2 on the top of my head.
Yeah.
She's not doing anything about immigration, and she's allowing people to believe that she's black when she's not. Okay,
those are two things. You said she's not doing anything about immigration, but she tried to, but they blocked it.
You want to get into that conversation because we can.
Yes, go. Because you said, what can she do if she had a bill there and the Congress didn't sign it? What else can she do? Sign an executive order? That's Biden's thing.
Do you know what the bipartisan deal was about? Because bi means 2. So there's one. The immigration was one part of the bipartisan bill.
Yeah, but it still was
the other part was the only way. It was basically saying, we'll fund America. We'll cut off the stem of flow. We'll cut off the flow of immigrants into this country if we can continue to fund Israel, Ukraine, all that stuff.
I get you.
So you can't hold on. You can't. You telling me that in order for you to cut off the borders up to the United States, you got to continue to fund? That's what you're saying to me? You're telling me we got to give funds to all of these other people that are not American people for you to cut off the flow of immigrants into the United States?
I agree with you. You ain't got no argument. I agree with you. But I just want to get a valid reason because a lot of people are saying they don't like people, and it's perfectly fine. You can like who you want to like, but you having a personal gripe with somebody. We're just trying to get some business done.
Uh-oh. I like this conversation in the chat. And that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, you do not have to fund these other people in order to cut off. That's what the issue was. That's what Democrats don't like to say when they talk about the fact that Trump didn't sign the bipartisan deal. He didn't sign it because it didn't make sense to him it didn't make sense for us to continue funding people that are not American people and bring them into to cut off the flow of immigrants into the U.S. But it doesn't make sense.
I thought one chance people were saying that how can he do that if he's not in president, he's not in office?
Why is it? That's another question for me. If he's not in office, why does his opinion matter? Like
you need to ask your people that. You need to ask your Republican people that.
That's what the Republican people are saying.
The Republican people also said that we didn't sign it because Trump told us not to.
What?
So two things can be true. See, you hear what you want to hear because you on one side.
I listen to both sides. I listen to Kamala Harris talk. I listen to Tampon Tim talk. I listen to JD Vance talk. I listen to Trump talk. I listen to all of them. Okay. And all of them say the same thing, Kamala Harris. We had a deal that the Donald Trump didn't sign.
Okay. Well, let's go. We since we on this presidential talk and we talking politics, let's go ahead and go to the debate.
There's something specific about this that I want you to see.
All right.
So
I can agree with you on that. When you say bipartisan bill, if you're gonna fund this, but you do that, I can agree with you on that. See, I can agree with you on that without giving no argument, no pushback, because I don't care about either side. I don't give a fuck about neither one of them. I don't. I care about what we as the American people need. Fuck all that Republican, Democrat shit. I do not give two shits about that. I'm not winning near one of them games. I'm by myself. But at the same time, I'm with you on that. If the bill said that, was exactly what you just said, nah, I'm not with that. I'm not rocking with that. Nah, I'm cool, not cool with that. You want to read some of them comments, or you cool?
Yeah, I'm going to try to catch up, because Nas and Beauty and Be Humble look like they're having a good conversation. Nas and Beauty said, shout out to Kamala Harris for giving no, hold up. I'm gonna let the video tell everybody, or tell them all, because
do that work. The president and I have been paying close attention from the beginning to what we need to do to make sure the federal resources hit the ground as quickly as possible, and that includes what was necessary to make sure that we provided direct federal assistance, and that work has been happening. I want to thank the governor for his leadership and his close coordination with the federal government, with our administration, and I want to thank the local leaders for together creating a task force-like response, knowing that we are at our best when we work together and coordinate resources, coordinate our communications to the maximum effect for the community that has been impacted. And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected. There are FEMA personnel who are going door to door to interact personally with folks, especially those who do not have electricity. But also that aid, if you have electricity, can be applied for online. And I encourage people to do that. FEMA will just basically verify your address, and then the process should take hold. FEMA is also providing tens of thousands more dollars for folks to.
Now that one part right there is what people went crazy over, and what Napsa Beauty said. She said, "Shout out to Kamala Harris for giving $750 for rescue relief." Right now, this is what, of all of the different sources that I've listened to about this, once she said that $750, they cut it off. They cut off the whole thing. I like to listen to the things in their entirety, right? So
it helped them be able to deal with home repair, to be able to cover a deductible when and if they have insurance, and also hotel costs. Today, I'm also announcing that the president has approved the governor's request.
Do you know the U.S. solar company?
Hold up. Keep forgetting. I'm used to YouTube Premium.
So why you just not signing yours?
That's a very good point. I'm probably doing after this. I never thought about it.
Reimbursement of local costs and federal reimbursement of local costs. And Mayor, as you have pointed out, the burden to local governments, including the state government, is pretty immense. And so by announcing today and making the dedicated resources to cover 100% of local costs will have a huge impact on our ability to get relief to people as quickly as possible. And that will include, for example, what the federal government will do to reimburse local and state governments around issues like debris removal, which you can see just up and down this street, much less in other areas of the state and in the region. This is a big issue. I was speaking with one of the residents of the community who needs that big tree removed so she can actually get to work and make sure that her child is able to get to school when the schools reopen. So this is a very big part of the recovery process. That money of the federal reimbursement will also help with emergency services that are now being provided by the state so that they can be reimbursed and then have the resources to keep providing those emergency services. Also, we will be covering the local government costs for food, water, and shelter. Again, resources that are desperately needed by the members of this community. And so my final point to the residents of this community and the region is that we are here for the long haul. There is the work that we have done together that was the immediate response, well, preparation for, and then the immediate response after. But there's a lot of work that's going to need to happen over the coming days, weeks, and months. And the coordination that we have dedicated.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So you said Naps and Beauty championed her. I mean, not champion, but said that was a good thing that she gave the $750, right? Or you was being sarcastic?
She was. Well, we're both being sarcastic.
Okay, so why would we being sarcastic? Because I don't know about it. It's new to me.
Yeah. I got you. So, if you think about it, there's a whole lot of things that go into this that makes this a slap in the face.
Okay.
Your entire house just got flooded.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people saw their house get carried down the river.
That's insurance, though.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about that whole insurance thing because
you gotta have insurance if your house ain't already paid for, you have insurance. If you still got a mortgage, you have insurance. I know all them people ain't paid them houses off yet.
Okay, so
if you got a lender, you got insurance.
Okay.
Okay.
That's news to me.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I don't know a whole lot about homeowning. No, I didn't know.
I know. That's just like with a car. You don't own a car yet, so you got to have insurance. The insurance mean the finance company want to see you have insurance.
Right. Okay, makes sense, I guess. So you just saw everything in your house is gone now. And you know what? I want to pull this up because be humble. I got to find it. Shoot. A lot of people need a whole lot of stuff, basically. And basically you give them $750. Everything about you. Imagine right now a flood. Lake Michigan somehow floods over.
I can't imagine that. But go ahead.
I'm just saying it because that's the nearest body of water to us.
But I got more common sense to know that ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen. No,
so go ahead.
But it just floods.
Yeah, I get you. I understand your
And
sentiment.
everything in your house is gone. You give them $750. And she says, here's a website or whatever it is, what she said, to sign up for it. How are they going to do that? Kamala Harris,
bro, y'all
phones people's phones are waterlogged now. Their computers are 8 blocks down the street because they can't. They don't have internet access.
They don't have power.
They don't have power. They don't have phones. I would wager that the phone towers are down as well.
Yeah, I get you, and I'm rocking with you, but a lot of this is nitpicking, bro. A lot of it is because. And I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be that guy. But every last one, anybody that get on there and do this, all presidents, presidential, vice presidents, former, all of them say the same stupid shit. Am I lying?
What you mean?
The same little stupid shit that she just got through saying. With all them, every president that we ever had was says Barack Obama, Trump, Bush, all them. Every last one of them would have said no same dumb shit about get online and going to fly for it and all. They wouldn't have said the same thing because they're reading from a paper.
From what I've seen, Kamala Harris was the only one to read from a paper. Not even Joe Biden read. Well, he probably had a teleprompter.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying all the presidents that came before us. And I don't want to be that guy because we're talking about her right now. I want to focus on her. But I'm saying we're nitpicking because all presidential candidates say this shit. All vice presidents say all this same dumb shit. Do they or do they not?
Sure. To answer your question, sure.
No, ain't no sure because you being sarcastic now. You're not being truthful.
It's genuine because each side will nitpick. Each side nitpicks each side.
Yeah.
Everybody nitpicks everybody. So, like, they were literally on the red side, let's say Fox News, will listen to something that Kamala Harris said and say and nitpick every single word she says. And that's on the flip side. Everybody nitpicks everybody.
Yeah. And see, that's why I don't want to like to have this conversation. That's why I really don't like talking politics. Because see me, and I only can speak for me because I don't know nobody else. I think Jay every day might do it to us sometime. I have no dog in the fight. I just want to see us do well as Americans. And American black people too as well. Mm-hmm. Especially us. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I don't have no dog in the fight. I'm not the one to sit up here and argue if she's black or she's white or whatever she is. I don't give a fuck what she is. I want to see what you're doing for the American people. And I think once all of us get on that same sentiment and quit talking about you're a Democrat, quit talking about you're a Republican, and just be it for American people, we'll be better. And that's going to never happen. Because always going to be
I was waiting to say that.
It's going to always be a Democrat. It's always going to be a Republican. It's always going to be a red. It's always going to be a blue. You feel me? So that'll never happen.
Right.
And that's the only thing that's why I don't like talking about politics, especially to somebody who's just going to, it don't matter what, because you can talk to a Democrat, right? And they will swear up and down the Democrat is the perfectest thing that's ever walked across green earth. Mm-hmm. You can say the same thing about Republicans. You can talk to Republicans even though you got proof, like same thing with Democrats. You got proof about this or whatever, their party is always right. It's never like, you right, our party was bogus as hell for what they did. They shouldn't have did that. That was wrong. Oh, we was right. We shouldn't have did that. I don't like that about our party neither. People don't say that. People always just defend their party. It doesn't matter.
One of the reasons why I am specifying, I'm nitpicking what she says, because out of all the many hours I've listened to her talk, I've never heard her specify what the actual step-by-step plan is. And that's why I'm nitpicking.
Ain't nobody got no step-by-step plan. Nobody. And if you say you do, you're being delusional too. Because nobody
Stop it, bro. I keep telling you, I've listened to hours and hours of this stuff, man. She's the one that says we're going to do this.
Talking about it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't like talking about it with you. Because when we go back to the debate, they asked former President Trump, do you have a plan? He said he had some of a concept of a plan.
What question was it?
Oh, so now, see what I'm saying? That's why I want to talk about this.
No, stop.
You going to talk about yourself. I want to talk about
okay, that's fine. Because this is what I do when I ask these questions on both ends. What was the question? I look for details in every single way that I possibly can, so I know what the context is. Because people will run on, oh, he said he didn't have a plan. Okay, what was the question that was asked? That's a simple question.
He asked you, do you have a plan?
Okay, plan specific to what?
She asked him, what is your plan? Do you have a plan? He said, no, I'm not in office yet. I have concepts of a plan.
Okay, what question did they ask?
Do you have a plan?
Specific. So you telling me that they sat in front of him and said, do you have a plan? And he said,
yeah, because he was talking about, because he said she didn't have so you didn't listen to the debate.
Bro, I'm asking you, what were the specific words? Yes, I listened to the debate.
So you don't know what I'm talking about now?
I know what you're talking about. I'm saying, what was the specific question that she asked?
Okay, so if you know what I'm talking about, why are you talking about what specific question did I ask?
Because I know what the conversation was about, because I don't remember myself. I don't remember what the specific question was. I know that they were talking about, they had a specific subject that they were talking about, and he said, the response that he asked was the response that he had was specific to the question that she asked. I'm asking, what was the subject of the question? Generally speaking, there was a question and he responded, but what was the question about? Does he have a plan? Okay, what were they asking about when he asked her when she asked him the question? Because I look for context in every way that I can.
That's why I say I didn't want to talk about this, bro.
So this is what I was So this is what I was saying about Kamala. When I listened to her talk, on the many, many hours that I've heard her talk, she just says, okay, we have a website for people to sign up on. Okay, if Trump said this, how are they going to sign up for it if they don't have electricity, they don't have computers, they don't have phones, they don't have a library to go to? How are they going to sign up for this?
That's true.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, what the actual practice is. And if you ask me, if I say that I'm going to be a leader of a group of people, especially if it's a large group of people, and I see disaster happens, I'm going to try to be the first person out there trying to help people. I'm not going to make excuses as to, oh, they have this, they have these regulations going on to where I couldn't make it out there. No, I need to be out there to help these people to show that I have leadership qualities. I don't know. No, we don't. This is from what I've been seeing. The flooding happened, and it wasn't up until like 7 days later that we saw her put feet to ground over there. And then, well, we'll get you $750.
I don't think that's enough neither. So I'm with you on that too. I agree with that. I agree with you and Sister Every Day about that. That's not enough for people who.
This is the. Oh man, hold on.
We should never gotten this because I'm gonna have to go in a minute, bro. Mario.
Oh dang. Okay, I'll show this. Couple more things. Let me. Oh shoot. Let's see. This is the one piece that I missed that I meant to pull up.
If you've been getting
Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Dang it. Where is it? Here it is, right here. So this is another thing that people are outraged about. As far as this situation, we know that we talk here on a regular about the immigrant crisis and how people are flooding into the U.S. Now, I've never been able to put a specific number on the amount of money that's been dedicated to these immigrants coming to America. But I would listen to this live stream. This girl's name is Kamala Epinobi. And she found someone that I guess did the math. Let's see if I can make this. There we go. That's her in the upper right-hand corner. But this is what is being said, that the amount of money that's been dedicated to people overseas. And I guess people that are coming here from overseas. Come on, man.
If that's true, no, I'm not with that neither. I'm with you.
Right, and that's what I'm saying too.
If that's true, if this is true, no, I'm not with that. I'm not rocking with that. But I always say, I always say that I don't give a fuck who it is. If it ain't for America first, and then they get the leftover scraps because you here, they got to get what's left over after you get and take care of what's going on here first. Then we take care of them. But we have to take care of home first. That's like me at my crib. My wife needs some, or my son needs some, but one of the homies asked me to get this, and I give it to them before I make sure this is straight.
And that's exactly what 1,000%. 1,000% agree. 1,000% agree. Look at this. Look at this, man. 896 million to Syria. 987 million to Congo. Come on. Look at the 1, 2, 3 commas, bro. Come on, man. But I say that to say that I forget but basically one of the reasons why they're only giving $750 is because FEMA funding is running out. FEMA funding is running out. People are contributing to this money, uncontrollable taxes coming out of our checks. But you don't have money for American people. We just saw the breakdown. That could very well be true. Could be off by a few numbers or so, whatever. $750 to American. But, oh shoot! But
don't worry, we'll continue this conversation next week.
Yeah.
But I gotta go.
All right, yeah, we'll call it at that.
I ain't getting in that conversation with y'all got going in that chat. Y'all better go somewhere else. That's
I'm curious to know what's going on here because there's a lot going on. I like it.
And Be Humble said it was about insurance.
I haven't heard that yet. I'll look into that.
He said the question was about insurance.
What the 750 that she was?
No. When we was talking about the debate about what Trump said, he didn't have a plan. He had a concept of a plan.
Oh,
it was about insurance.
Oh, okay. I'll go back and look at it and see. I know for a fact that he said that he doesn't have a plan. But yeah, so oh man, dang, I want to. You know what?
Pause and be right back.
Yeah. I'll
Look, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all because I gotta go. He gonna pause. He gonna give him a few seconds. He gonna be right back. But I gotta get to go. I got the family things to do.
Yeah.
Whatnot. I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, because it's not gonna be too long after that. But it's a couple things that I want to show.
Yeah.
Regarding the situation. But
And he can argue with y'all because I don't argue. I'm not for the sit up.
that's bad. We're going commercial break. We'll be right back.